Jerusalema, ikhaya lami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Jerusalema, ikhaya lami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Jerusalema, ikhaya lami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Jerusalema, ikhaya lami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana.
Good afternoon, everybody. Distinguished guests, family and friends, both present and online, welcome to your 2020 graduation ceremony. So without any further ado, can we please ask you to rise for the academic procession? Given the fact that this is a formal graduation ceremony, in order for it to be legally constituted as a congregation of the institution, we would need to constitute it as such, and I thus call up Dr. Franzel de Ploy-Cilliers, who's the chairperson of the Senate, which is our highest academic body at the Institute, to come and officially open the ceremony.
By the power vested in me as the chairperson of the DaVinci Institute Senate, I hereby constitute this congregation a lawful gathering for the DaVinci Institute of Technology Management. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. de Ploy-Cilliers. Senate and council members, distinguished guests from industry and the community, faculty, family and friends, both online and present today, and of course you, our remarkable graduates. Congratulations on reaching this point and welcome, all protocol observed. I greet you by saying greetings, Gruta, Lochani, Molo, Sawubona, Dumela, Avuksheni, and welcome to this momentous occasion, your 2020 graduation. I hope today, as you stand before this congregation, you'll remember some words that I've put together based on Leonardo da Vinci and Maya Angelou. Learning is the only thing that the mind never exhausts, never fears, and never regrets. You are now equipped to be an ecosystemic thinker, to recognize how everything connects and intersects, how we are all part of subsystems and larger systems at play that all connect and intersect with one another to form a variety of different lenses that we hope that you will see that we hope that you will see your world through and the world at large. For the noblest pleasure is always the joy of understanding. We hope that you have gained in-depth understanding in a variety of different concepts that will guide you throughout your lives, but most importantly, that you have been excited enough to want to embark on a lifelong journey of learning, that we can once again welcome you back to our institute. We hope at DaVinci that you will always hold your unique voices, because if you are always trying to be normal, you will never know how truly amazing you can be. And we really do believe each and every one of you is remarkable in your own right and in your own way. We hope you will always know the unique way you have now framed your thinking through your work-based challenges or case studies that you've embarked in, through the various modules that you've taken, and your understanding of the management of technology, innovation, and people, and most importantly, being a systemic thinker who provides a holistic approach to problem probing and considers a wide variety of transdisciplinary principles in every conversation and project you tackle going forward. It is indeed our pleasure to host you and your families here today, because we are well aware that none of us can walk this journey alone. So welcome and enjoy this moment of celebration. You have earned it and you deserve it. I would also like to introduce a few special guests here today. Our keynote speaker will be joining us via Zoom, Dr. Tapuwa Rushesha. We then have sitting here, as I've already introduced, the chairperson of Senate, Dr. Franzel de Plooy-Cilliers. Next to her is the CEO of the DaVinci Institute and the council representative today, Professor Benjamin Anderson, and alongside him is Louise Fuller, who is our registrar of the Institute, and she will be capping you. So I always enjoy different guest note speakers, but our keynote speaker is an absolute gentleman. I love the way he speaks, and I love his thought process, and most of all, he really is such a gentleman. Dr. Tapuwa Rushesha. Dr. Rushesha is currently immersed in project management consultancy and advisory in Zimbabwe and research facilitation for us here at the DaVinci Institute, hence he is joining us via Zoom. He has worked as a civil engineer and property development consultant for most of his life, superintending on many buildings, civils, and land development projects. Dr. Rushesha received the 2018 TT100 Award for the Best Innovation Concept on behalf of Tabula Rasa Investments Private Limited in Johannesburg. He is actually also a pilot and a keen aviator, so a little bit of an overachiever, who has significantly contributed to the successful transformation and formation of launching Air Bonfair Flying School and Rainbow Airlines in Zimbabwe. Tapuwa is a civil engineer who holds a BSc Engineering from the Colorado State University in the United States of America, which he received in 1986. He's got an executive MBA, which he received from the Africa University of Zimbabwe in 2003. And we are indeed proud as DaVincians that he received his PhD, his Doctor of Philosophy in Management of Technology and Innovation, here from the DaVinci Institute in 2015. It is really important to us that each of you can engage with some of our alumnus as you are about to become alumni of our institution. We want all of our alumni to stay networked and connected. And it is indeed an honor that Dr. Rushesha is one of ours. Dr. Rushesha's passion in entrepreneurship research has resulted in the development of a form of entrepreneurship that is integrated, transformative, contextual, co-creative, and spirited, just like DaVinci, and it is now referred to as African and I never get this right, and I always say I will, Afropreneurship. As such, Dr. Rushesha, you'll hear he will pronounce it better than me. I told him he should. As such, Dr. Rushesha is a driving force in promoting creative, innovation-driven and inclusive approaches to each and every individual's unique archetypal calling. Tapuwa has also authored several publications on his field of specialization, and he is fondly referred to as the builder by his colleagues and friends. There is nothing better than when an alumnus aligns with our dream, our purpose, and everything we stand for, and Dr. Rushesha certainly does. I hope you will enjoy his presentation to you today. Thank you.
Eminent guests, graduates and families, colleagues and friends of DaVinci Institute of Technology, I welcome you all to this class of 2020 Bachelor of Commerce graduation ceremony. We are here today to acknowledge the great work you have done, to honor you with warm congratulations, and to send you on your way to the next steps in your life with the blessings and good wishes of all here gathered. Graduation is a time of celebration and triumph. It marks the end of one phase and the birth of the next. It is a very proud moment for the graduates. Big and significant achievements are usually not made by individuals on their own, but are made by people working together, co-creating their realities that sustainably transform their societies. All here gathered are clearly your support structures. They may have helped you pick yourself up after a setback, or maybe they were earning and paying the bills, your fees and upkeep while you were a student. Like a football team, all now synergically come together to create this great result. Everyone has worked hard with focus, determination, and discipline. It is a proud moment for us all. I acknowledge you and thank you. Today we celebrate your success as their success. The I am because we are. I was fortunate to witness the unique features of programs of this university over the years. I have great admiration for the emphasis the university places on lifelong learning and development, positive engagement with the community, developing leadership skills, work on real-life work-based challenges, qualities that will positively impact the whole of South Africa. As you become alumni of this prestigious institution, you will quickly realize the transformation you have gone through during your stay here to become highly remarkable. How remarkable will gradually become evident from today onwards. How did my journey of remarkability at DaVinci begin? It all started with a self-discovery seminar in Harare, facilitated by Prof. Benny Anderson. Little did we know that Prof. Benny had the special ability to hear exceptionally well, remember faces and names the first time of introduction. From kindergarten, Tapuwa has been that kid that sits at the back of class, half the time is in his own world, and the other half influencing others on how to answer to questions asked. Prof. Benny later confessed that I, Tapuwa, was one of the people he had instantly formed an opinion on. Amongst many discussions he facilitated, there was one swan story he posed to participants. Assuming all swans in the world were yellow and a large flock of them was enjoying a drink on the shores of Lake Malawi, along comes a pair of green swans to enjoy the same in the hot Africa sun. What would the large flock that is already there relaxing do? As expected by Professor Benny, I influenced a possible answer in what I assumed was a low whisper. They ran away, I whispered to those around me. They ran away, exclaimed Pudile to everyone. Birds don't run away, they fly away. My journey of remarkability with DaVinci had begun. There I was thinking birds run away, when more appropriately, they fly away. DaVinci evolves and transforms, and you, from thinking that birds run away, now you know they fly away. Now you know what you don't know. What you know and experience there is vital for South Africa to move forward, to transcend it to the next level. You fly away today exceptionally remarkable compared to you that ran to DaVinci some 3 to 4 years ago. All of us have a part to play to move our world forward. You now have the skills, knowledge, resilience, and ability to engage and excel with excellence in any task you choose, large or small. Today you enter the business commerce world, a great and holistic training ground indeed. But it has prerequisites: clarity of thought, clarity of your desired future, clarity of how you wish to get there. Your chances of success are higher if you make this your playground, your passion, and your purpose. You will face many challenges, but this is what the real world is all about. Regardless, it is critical that you continue to dream and think big. Availability of resources and what is need not be your limit. You will have amazing networking opportunities. You will meet new people with different cultures, values, attitudes, and knowledge. To all those that have played a part for you to get here, singling out parents, families, and employers, I humbly ask them to continue encouraging you. Please take full advantage of every opportunity that comes your way. Where there is none, create one. Since the founding of this institution in 2004, with the blessings of Madiba and the Marcus family, some graduating classes found themselves here in relatively easy times, others in times of extraordinary difficulty. Today we are in not the worst, but also perhaps not the very best of times. You graduate today at a time of considerable uncertainty as this world faces its biggest challenge in decades, experiencing one of the worst pandemics in recent history. It's not business as usual. The old normal we yearn for may never return. We may feel a great loss. We must stay faithful to our passion for deeper understanding of both the present and the future. Seeking to resolve our challenges must continue. The new era may have shocked us into a new normal. We need to embrace it with innovative courage and creativity, co-creating disruptive innovations that benefit all of us globally and at all levels. Our graduates, you go into the world at a time when the world needs you most, to comprehensively define our present that enables us to build our desired future. You will be called to special duty and unselfish kinds of sacrifice. And now, dear graduates, let us take a moment to reflect on what your core purpose, your calling in life is. Reflect ahead to 20 years from now and ask yourself 2 questions. When my story is written, what would I like it to say? Secondly, what will be my contribution to my profession and to South Africa? Graduates, we have attempted to bring you on a transformative journey of experiences and growth. DaVinci is proud of your achievements and celebrates with you. But there is much more to do. Today marks a new beginning. In conclusion, I call upon you to be bigger than entrepreneurs, to be Afrinpreneurs. I call on the Afri in you to be ignited, to bring forth your relational collective spirit, that innovative, enterprising, and those radical inventions anchored in nature and culture, rooted in seeking to only take what is necessary for the development of the world community and to manifest the well-being, sustenance, preservation, and renewal of damaged families, communities, societies, eroded cultures, and environments. I call upon the two in you to be awakened and be the source of your creative energy, to advocate for intelligent borrowing of exogenous knowledge such as modern technology, simultaneously incorporating traditional culture, also allowing for assimilation of culture and modernity from its spirit of all-inclusiveness, aspects that are not emphasized in entrepreneurship in its present form. I equally draw from the two in Ubuntu. I am because we are, and since we are, therefore I am. I call upon the Noah in Afrinpreneurship, borrowed from the Greek word meaning to connect. In our context, it means bridging Ubuntu values, bridging them together, unifying and linking spiritual to material gain and the development of our entire communities. Finally, I call upon the ship in Afrenteneuership, metaphorically the vessel that allows you, the Afrenteneuer, to now fully actualize and enables the realization of your dreams, to sail the enterprise ship. You are now a more fluid and a versatile entity, floating on the relational waves and tides of life, integrating and holding together all prior forms of entrepreneurship missing in the depths of the conventional institutional perspective on enterprise. I call each of you to action, to go out from here with confidence, with our blessings and best wishes, and work actively towards living a long, good, and generous life. I thank you.
Thank you so much to Dr. Rushesha. So Afrenteneurs it is. I think something that I love about the way he speaks is that dichotomy that he speaks about, or the dance between connecting and collecting, as we speak of at DaVinci. He speaks about technology and the human interface, technology and not forgetting our traditions and our cultures. And I love the way he speaks about culture and modernity. One of the big arguments and discussions around the differentiating factor between the Fourth Industrial Revolution and the Fifth Industrial Revolution is how technocratic the fourth is, and how the Fifth Industrial Revolution is about the dance between the human and technology, and how these two will interface and interplay. And I think no such greater dance will happen in the African continent, where Ubuntu, as he spoke to, is so critical to who we are and what we are all about. So we have to have that dance between our traditions and our culture that is uniquely African-centric against the backdrop of other Western and Eastern views. We have to have a uniquely African-centric approach to the Fifth Industrial Revolution, and how we will have this dance between connecting and disconnecting, technology and humanity. And I purposefully say connect and disconnect, because in a connected world, we think that we should not disconnect, but there should be times in our life where we do disconnect. We go back to our roots, whatever those roots may be, and we celebrate who we are at the core, the essence of the people we are. There is nothing that should stop us from having a symbiosis or a balance between these two people, between the professional and the personal, the technocrat and the human, between the cultural and traditional human being and the modern business person, or whatever you want to refer to yourself as in modernity. And I think that this is about evolution and transformation of people, that in order to evolve and transform does not mean that you need to forget who you are, where you come from, and where you want to be. The other thing I love that he speaks about was, when my story is written, what would you want it to say? And I think as DaVinci, we would want our story to always say that we influenced the co-creation of sustainable societies by growing agile, engaged, and aligned managerial leaders who went out into the world and authentically changed it to be sustainable. So when we speak about remarkability that he referred to, we refer here to DaVinci, as you know, to the purple cow. And although we know that it's part of Seth Godin's discussion about when you see a purple cow in a crowd of normal cows, how you would remark on it and say it is unbelievable, incredible, and that we should all stand out. I would like to today focus on the other part, that one of the most critical aspects, our second part of the symbolism of the cow, is about African culture and tradition and the symbolism of what a cow means. So from In a True Motu style, I shall ask, what does a cow represent in African culture? Symbolize? Yeah? Wealth? Success? Any of those aspects, 100%. So what we speak of here is that concept surrounding Ubuntu. We want each and every one of you to continue to be the successful people you are. Generate wealth for yourself, absolutely, for your families and for your loved ones. But we want to put a second challenge as a DaVincian, and that is that you will also create wealth for others. The principle of Ubuntu, that you will go out there and create sustainable solutions, sustainable frameworks that can be utilized to better others, to better communities, to grow and develop our land or the country that you either go and live in, are from, or contribute to those communities and areas. That for us is how we as DaVinci would want our story to end. And it is for you, every single one of you, to uniquely decide how you want your very own story to end. And what would you like people to remember about you? I think those are characteristics that are so innately personal to each and every one of us that we should want to be remembered however it is that we want our story to be told. So as you go on your journey, never forget to remind yourself how you want to live and how you want to be remembered. I think it is a critical aspect when we are evolving and transforming to continually self-reflect who we are, where we're going, where we come from, and what we want to be. I wish you nothing but the very best of luck on your journey as we get to the exciting part, which is now to confer your qualifications on you, and to remind you that this is a day to celebrate yourself and your achievement and to congratulate you alongside those that you love. So it gives me great pleasure to ask our congregation to please stand, the front, not all of you, just in terms of the front. And I will now request Senna to confer your qualifications. So I would like to say to Precious, to Voladzani, to Katleho, to Vincent, to Basitsane, to Lindakule, to Sipesile, to Nobuhle, to Stephen, to Lindy, to Machadiso, to Pumelele, to Katleho, to Nokutula, to Bongani, to Fenrio, to Miriam. Congratulations, our newest DaVincians. Well done on this remarkable achievement. You may be seated. One of my favorite parts about graduation at DaVinci is that we like to serenade our graduates with opera singers. So we asked the opera singers to please record a version of God Bless Africa to serenade you virtually today. So I ask the song to be played to you to congratulate you on your remarkable achievement yet again. God Bless Africa. It is indeed my honor to be given the honor of congratulating you for the last time on behalf of the Executive, the Senate, and the Council of the DaVinci Institute. First of all, I look around this room and I see beautiful energies of vast and vibrant colors. None of you look the same. None of you come from the same background, same cultures, word for word the same. We are not a cut and paste copy of one another. It doesn't matter if we have some similarities. There is massive diversity in every single individual because we all have our own unique character and our own unique voice. So the multicolors is to celebrate our diversity of people, who we are and what we stand for, but also importantly, our diversity of thinking, that none of us think the same. Just because we come from the same background doesn't mean we have to think the same. We should all contribute diverse thinking, critical thinking, and new ideas to the world that we live in. As you heard from our guest speaker, to be entrepreneurial, we need to have an Afrocentric approach to entrepreneurship. We shouldn't be tackling it from a Western or an Eastern standpoint. We are uniquely African, and we should celebrate with pride our culture and who we are, and we should make entrepreneurship African-centric. And I think for us, it is critical that every single one of you is one of those diverse colors. You might even mix yourself up and be a mixture of colors. And that is what we want. So one of the reasons we selected the kite was because there are multiple meanings to what a kite does. A kite, most importantly, flies against the wind. And wind, the stronger it gets, the better the kite actually flies. So we want you to know, no matter what your challenges you face, no matter what winds of adversity or change are thrown your way, we believe in your kite. We believe you will still fly high and that you have been given the tools to continue to fly that kite. And yes, it might get a little bit tattered or torn, but you can just reel it back in, sew it up a little bit, self-reflect, heal yourself, and go right back out there and go to new heights, because you can put an extra piece of string on, more resilience, and up and away you go. And we believe that you have the tenacity, the resilience, and the perseverance of our remarkable African cows that are able to withstand really harsh environmental conditions and still be the most beautiful, remarkable purple cows. We hope that you continue to fly your flag high. The other beautiful thing about a flag is that if you've ever watched children fly kites, you will see that as it takes flight, they get so excited at the thought that this little string they're holding is actually flying above the sky. And if you watch different kites in formation, none of them look the same, because even if they have the same pattern, they don't blow in the same direction, they don't blow in the same shape, and they are vastly different. But there is someone holding it. So you are the master of your own destiny and your own fate, and you do have control over that string, which is where you will ground yourself. But never, ever stop yourself from breaking through any glass ceiling that is put in your place, because kites fly way above any of those glass ceilings. We are indeed proud to call you DaVincians and to say today, you are remarkable. Congratulations. I would now like to call on Dr. Deploy Saliers again to dissolve the congregation.
As the chairperson of the DaVinci Institute Senate, I hereby dissolve this congregation for the DaVinci Institute of Technology Management. Congratulations again on this magnificent achievement, and we hope we see you for many more. Well done. Thank you.
So one of the other traditions for us, we are aware that students come from different countries perhaps, and many of our lecturers and facilitators also do. But we acknowledge that our qualification is a South African accredited and registered qualification, and that our roots are here in South Africa as an institution, even though we want to traverse boundaries, and we do traverse boundaries. We pay tribute to South Africa by singing the national anthem of South Africa at the Institute. Today we will be listening to it. So I would like you to please now rise for the singing of Nkosi Sikelele.
Nkosi Sikelele